I am recording this as of now. For Marissa, the year ahead, let's take a look. Marissa, we're going to look in Luna's Angels of Light and Angels of Dark for the year ahead. We'll let one clarify the other. They're very, very similar decks, and I think that that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the Angels of Light right here. We're going to do both, actually. It's going to be really interesting. So I'm going to tip this down so you can see what's going on. I want the Angel of Light for the situation you're in. I'll pull one from the dark just to see what the challenge is. Then we'll go right into the year and go around the calendar on that, around the clock, around the calendar. Let's see what's going on. Ace of Swords. Now, we just saw that coming in for clarity. The clarity that's coming through and the solutions that come with that. Huge coming through for you right now. Let's see what's going on here. The Star. We saw that also. Oh, this is a good night to be asking that question. All right. Huge amount of hopes and dreams coming up for you. So this is what we're seeing for you so far. This is your card signifying you, crossed by the Star, the hopes and dreams. And if anything, I would tell you dream bigger. Now, we're going to take the pink ones, the Angels of Light, and go all the way around. And we're going to start in December up at 12 o'clock. So give me just a second. We've got December, January, February. March has 2 cards coming in. What is this? April. April has 2 cards. This is heavy duty in here. May. We got June. That doesn't feel right. Hang on. Wait till it feels right. July. August. 2 cards there. September and October. 2 cards there. Wow. Okay. These ones are not so slippery as you'd think, but let's see what's going on with these. Okay. Ooh. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. All right. So for December, this is an unfortunate little bit of worry going on. This is worry, anxiety, stress. This is the 9 of Swords going on. This is stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, and worry. There's something that's disruptive to you. Now, let's see if that's in the light. What's coming up in the shadow for that? I do want a little bit of clarification. Oh, okay. All right. I've got some of it here already. In the November, end of November, we're seeing the Devil and Temperance trying to come in here. So I'm being guided to start here. Whatever the devil is that's been bugging. Temperance wants to kick in and override. You need to let go of something old, something toxic, something that's a little bit throwing you for a loop. You need to let that go. Temperance is coming in, trying to balance, trying to modulate something, trying to moderate something is what I'm getting coming in. Now let's see what's going on again. We're going to look down here over that 9 in December. What is all that worry about? Look at this, what we've got here. All right. This is the same card. You see? 9 of Spades, 9 of Spades. A little bit of worry, a little bit of anxiety. Are you going to let that overtake you? And then the shadow here, trying to balance things out, trying to balance out figures, monies, resources. This is it's talking about robbing Peter to pay Paul. With this coming in and holidays and Christmas coming in, it would say, don't worry about going way out over budget. Don't worry about super spending. Don't worry about that. This would be the time when I would tell somebody gifts of the heart are more important, particularly in December. Don't worry about that. Make sure that your time and your resources are valued in a way that actually aligns with your heart. Huge important for you right now. We've got the Knight of Swords coming up in January. Now, this is where the truth is moving forward and at a pace, at a fast and rapid pace. The Knight of Swords moving forward at a pace means that you are going to be charging forward with the truth. You're going to be relentless. You're going to be a little reckless. You're going to just, boom, go in. January, you are ready to go through the new year. You're like really ready to be done with 2025 already, or 2024 already. You want to be into 2025 yesterday. I don't know what that's about, but that's what it feels like. Now, here we have the Empress coming in. Now, this was February. Relief, rest. And this one feels like she's sitting on her throne and doing just fine. Feels like second trimester energy. Now, in pregnancy land, when you have the first trimester, you feel like just roadkill. I mean, you feel so tired. It's ridiculous. Second trimester, you get your second wind back and you get going and it feels like you can get so much done. And then, of course, third trimester, you're getting ready for that baby to get here and you're nesting and going crazy. This feels like second trimester. It feels like you've started a project, you've got something underway, and this is make hay while the sun shines. Really be useful of your time. Be mindful of your time. Use it really well. You're going to have a little burst of energy that comes in for you there, and I'm not sure what that's about. March, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Nine of Coins. Oh, I love this for you. This is the new project, and then huge amount of independence. This is luxury. This is when you have the time to kind of be sitting pretty for a little bit. April and March. Why am I saying that backwards? April and March. April and March are feeling really good. The Empress was ready in the second trimester in February. So if it's February, March, April, they're all going to be good, but it's going to be progressively good. It's just like you can't wait for 2024 to be ended. This is going to be picking up momentum, picking up momentum, picking up momentum. That's what's coming in March. April, let's look at this. April, we have the Seven of Coins. The fruits of labor are right here in the Hanged Man. A willing sacrifice of time is happening here. So what we're seeing when we see this together, with all of this new project stuff going on in March, and then in April, it's just pushing through. It's like a wave that gets bigger and bigger. You see it out on the horizon, and it looks like, yeah, it's a good size one, and as it comes closer, it's even bigger. That's the momentum coming in. I'm really liking that for you. So we've got January, February, March, April, May. What's June? June is the Hierophant coming in. June is where you're getting access. Now, you had a new project, a new endeavor with the Ace of Wands. Where was that guy? Where did he go? Why am I feeling that? There it is. Sorry. I should just aim this back down for you. But this feels like this is the endeavor that you started, and this was what you started in March. It's going to be a bigger offer in June. So you got March, April, May, June. I'm going to shift this down so you can... Whoa, sorry. So you can see again. Hang on. My phone. There you go. So you can see it's right over here. We got March, April, May, June. This is coming in. This is big. This is like job opportunity, increased income, increased opportunity for work, increased knowledge, access, and something traditional that grows. This is big for you. Then we've got July, the Fool coming in. Now, the other day I saw the Fool kicking it around here. There's a Fool energy coming around this area of 2025 for a lot of people because people are getting new starts. Hierophant says new promotion, new work opportunity. This is saying new start in July. I'm loving seeing this for you. This is Fool new start. Two of Wands says you're going to be extending. You're making plans and you're extending. This is giving me the stork. And it doesn't feel like the stork bringing in baby. It feels like stork or cranes in the Lenormand deck. They have really long legs. Your stride will be longer. You're able to have a longer stride. This isn't baby steps. This is bigger steps because you've got the promotion. You're able to step bigger. Your stride is getting lengthened. That's all I can tell you. It's getting bigger. You're able to walk a longer stride, create a bigger amount of pacing for yourself. This is beautiful energy coming in. All right, so that's July and August. September, we've got the Sun coming in. Ooh, and the Death. All right. So this is huge energy. This is when you have the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. And then you have the Death card, which is a definitive end of something. You go from the Fool to the Death. And it feels like they're two separate categories. What's going on with this? Let's look in the shadow aspect of this. What is this two separate categories? I want to know what's the category of the Death. Because it feels very much like the Fool is about the job, the opportunity with the job. What's the Death? What's going on with this? This feels like somebody will be exiting stage left, and I don't mean they're literally dying. I mean they're moving on differently. You are leaving some friendships, or some friends are leaving you. Somebody else is moving in a different circle, in a different way. There is an ending and transformation on that front. That's what's going on. Yeah, they're moving on. This is the very card, the very card of moving on. It's the Ten of Swords, and sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it's betrayal. Sometimes it just hurts to the heart. But this is game over, move on. Somebody else is moving on, and the Sun is on that, and it's going to be just fine. But somebody else is definitely moving on in September. October is the Moon. Let's take a look at see what's going on with that. Now, October coming up. What's this one? It's this one. Okay, you're still in a mood about this September thing. In October, you've got the Moon. You've got a little bit of mixed feeling, mixed energy. Something that is a little bit hidden or mysterious. You don't quite know why things had to end the way they did, or why they did work out the way they did, and you're not very happy with it. But you're going to have to adjust. You've got the Two of Cups in the background here, but if you focus on the Three of Cups in the foreground right here, the Three Cups that are spilt, then you lose out. This is a card of grieving. This is a card of loss. Just because people go different paths and there is loss doesn't mean it doesn't hurt sometimes. And even if it's the right thing to do, it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt sometimes. And it feels like in October, that's very clearly what's happening. You're going to need to tune into your intuition a little bit stronger in October. This is important for you. Really important for you. This is no thing to sneeze at. The Two of Cups, that's a perfect opportunity, perfect situation, perfect arrangement, kindred spirits, soulmates cards, all of that energy is coming in. But you have to let go of what was in the past if you want to go back for those Two of Cups. Hugely important. All right. What else do we have here? Well, okay. This one wants to come. Hang on. It's right there. I can feel it. The Hierophant comes again. Look. New opportunity comes again. Now look. You're getting that, and I wanted that in October just before we go into November of 2025. Look. Same. All right? So when we see this opportunity for growth, even though you've had to deal with a death, experience an ending, a transformation that may not feel so great, you can't go back. This is when I tell people, butterfly can't go back to caterpillar. If butterfly has outgrown the caterpillars, he's not going to hang out with the caterpillars anymore. He cannot go back. It's just physically impossible to do. So you've got to continue going forward. Anything else that she needs to know? Yes, from the pink deck. We have the Temperance and the Devil in November. I want to see what's going on. That is the lesson over the whole year, because you have the clarity and the hope. Do you dare follow the dream and pursue the dream for yourself? That's the big question. You might be really good at being a supportive friend and helping others support their dreams, but do you have the balls to follow your own? It's an important question. All right. What else we got? Knight of Pentacles. Yes, you do. You'll go slow. You will be the Queen's emissary. You will go slow. But this one is prepared. So this is what you go for. And you go strong. So that's what I've got. So don't be afraid of what your dream is. It's okay to dream big and pursue it. And don't let go. Really sink your teeth into it. That's what I've got. And that's complete for you, honey. That's fabulous. I love it. So that's what I've got. Hey there, Brandy. Hey, good to see you. All right, the next one is Vika's, and it is going to be a mini. So give me a little second to get some water, and we'll look at Vika's mini coming up. 1 second. A little bit of water. All right. Absolutely needed that. Thank you so much. You are so welcome, honey. And it's going to be good. You just have to put on the big girl panties. Be brave. It's going to be all right, and you can do this. It's going to be great. It's really going to be great. Hey there, Susan. Good to see you. All right, for Vika. And this is the price list. I'll show it real quick. Kim, if you can post it, great. If you want to get on the list, what Vika's getting is a mini at 7 to 10 cards. And her question is, what's coming in for me in the romantic love life? So I'm going to get no Z. You bet. We're going to pull one of my favorite decks, which you guys have seen probably 1,000 times, at least from me. It's the Dark Mansion, and it's one of my all-time faves. So let's take a look for Vika. Woo-woo! All right. I'm getting something that's a flying V formation, but it feels a little bit, I'm feeling rebound energy, a little bit of rebound energy. Usually flying V, I'll get 2 going forward, 2 arrows going forward. I'm getting it bounce like somebody checks a bounce of, checks a basketball and it bounces. They check you, like they throw the ball, they check it and it bounces really hard. A little bit of the rebound. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Lucy's nodding. That's right. Let's see what's going on. Don't race into the rebound energy if you can avoid it. Better to move forward in a different direction. Okay, what do we... we're going to have to flip this. All right. Second deck. We're breaking out a second deck here. We're going to go from this rebound, and then we're going to flip up top because I want to get nosy and see what's going on. So we're going to see. For Vika. This ring is slipping. My rings are slipping all over the place today. This one's sliding and turning. I think that one was in my way. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Well, somebody's a greedy little bastard. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Okay. One more right through the center, and then we're going to go through the top. But holy smokes. All right. This is what we're seeing, and I'm moving it so you can see down here. We got the greedy little bastard right here. This is Miser card. Somebody's holding on too tight. We've got the Hermit card here. This is indicating in the past somebody was there that was not willing to open up or be vulnerable or share in some kind of way, and their greed or their closed offness is what I'm getting. Really look at this positioning. It can't get more clear. I love this deck for this. That just looks like straight up Scrooge energy to me. Somebody just really closed up, holding it too tight. And it was costly. So when somebody's holding on too tight to something and they can't open up and be vulnerable, it doesn't lend them to good relationships. The Four of Swords is showing rest and retreat is necessary for the Queen of Pentacles. Now, if this is you coming in here, if this is for you, and if this is maybe you got stung, or maybe somebody was just too damn stingy, it's going to require a little bit of time alone is what I'm getting. It's right here in the Four of Swords, retreating alone, Queen of Pentacles, reclaiming her worth, valuing it. She knows how to turn the tumbleweed to the Christmas tree. She absolutely knows how to do that. But you need the time alone for a little bit. And then what happens in going forward towards the future? Oh, be careful. This is rebound energy coming here. Swing. This is a card of, what? Hello, got wood? Yeah, swing. You betcha. That's what's going on. Still grieving over some way of doing the relationship in the past, and it was off balance. It was a little helter-skelter, a little cuckoo. And you need it to be a little bit more controlled than this. You need it more balanced than this in order to move forward. Knight of Wands is coming through, wanting to charge forward, the desire to charge forward, to charge into relationship is, your desire to charge into relationship is getting the better of your brain right now. So to just charge into any relationship is far worse than to just be the hermit for a while and go into something that is great. So slow yourself down just a bit. Nobody likes to be on their own near the holidays. It really sucks when you want to be in a couple situation and you're not on the holidays because it feels like you're the only one on the planet doing that. Not true. Not true at all. Not at all. But just realize you don't have to set yourself up for more misery, right? You don't have to do it that way. So let's flip this back down. Same deck, second deck. We're going to look at this. I'm going to get the smaller ones. And we're going to put the arrow the other direction and see what's going on, okay? Okay, flipping it down. Hopefully you can see. All right. So this is giving us a little bit of baseline and explanation. What's going on going forward? Okay, honey, I'm looking into January now, and I don't know why I'm called to look towards January, but that's where I'm getting the call. So what I'm getting is you need to put yourself elf on the shelf style and put yourself a little bit hands off so you don't run into the wrong player. This is, yeah, it doesn't mean say no to everything. It just means keep yourself really clear about what you're doing in relationship-wise. You don't have to feel like being on your own for the holidays is a bad thing. It's worse to be in a bad relationship than on your own for a holiday or two. Now let's see what's going on going forward. And I want to go to January. I really want to know December too, though. We'll go January and then backtrack to December a little bit. January, backtrack to December. Oh. Okay, this is like Mistletoe City here. I mean, this is definitely Two of Cups, Mistletoe City. It might be perfect for the time. Perfect for the time being. This is in December. Be careful. This is going to sound like my grandma's talking to you. I don't care. This is what I'm telling you. Play a little hard to get. Now, I know that sounds very old school and old lady-ish, but I'm old enough to tell you, play a little hard to get. It's going to serve you well, because what will happen is the people that are really interested in something deeper, something truer, something more serious, that aren't just player, lady slayer, all about heat in the sheets and nothing else, then they will have to work for more time with you. So play a little hard to get. You need to be a little bit less available to whatever they're doing. You got a life going on. You're busy. You're having your plants neutered. You got your dog to take to the vet. You got blah, blah, blah going on. You got shit going on. You got to be busy. You got to be rare. Gold is rare and people pursue it all the time. So you got to be rare. All right. So going into January, looking back down again. Boy, I'm getting a workout flipping these things, but let's see what's going on for you. All right. Wow. Okay. This wants to come through. We're going to let it come through. Yeah, you're walking away from that old thing that left something missing and left something longing. You have to walk away from that. Then you've got this juggling energy. This is all going from December to January. It all came in between. Robbing Peter to pay Paul, or stretching yourself too thin, spreading your resources too thin, spreading your time too thin, or saying yes to too many things is not going to serve you. You need to say no. Yeah, I'm just a girl who can't say no. Yeah, you need to say no. All right, enough of that. I think that's from Oklahoma, old musical. You might even not know that. But I'm telling you, be very aware of where you spend your time and your energy, particularly if it's heartfelt energy. There's something coming in and it wants to approach. Now, this is the Page of Cups. If the Page of Cups comes in and it's a new, fresh page and it's met with another page, it's pretty good. But if it's met by a queen, it means somebody's too young. So I'm going to get nosy on that one in just 1 second. And to be celebrated is what you're looking for, where people will lift a glass towards you. Well, they'll honor you and hold you up, and this is the right thing that should be going. So let's take a look. Third deck. Same deck, third deck, okay? We're going to go on to the other side of this page because we're heading towards January. I'm going to flip this one down so you can see again. Hopefully you can see. Scooch this back. Okay, you can sort of see. Anyway, okay. What's going on with this page? I got to see and I want to know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This wants to crack here. Wow, okay. All right. The clarity on it is the Hermit again. You had the Hermit before, you have the Hermit again. This will be somebody that, I would call this somebody that is just a young player. This is somebody that might make a pass that might seem really young and fresh and very interesting. Make sure you hold out and hold on for somebody that is more worthy of that. I'm not seeing another queen or king. What I am seeing is death, that you need to be ended over and done with whatever this old pattern was, because otherwise you're in for more pain and you want to leave the rough waters for the smooth coming up. What this is showing me is a pattern. And when we see this pattern, and particularly if we see the Six of Swords coming up on this, this is when you get yourself in a situation where you're settling for too little and you're not valuing yourself enough to consider yourself as the asset. Now, let's see what this one is. You're going to have another choice come up. Give yourself a little bit of time. Give yourself till 2 weeks into January. What's going on with that? 2 weeks into January, you're going to, yeah, don't go for the rebounds. Don't. 2 weeks into January, let's look at that. Ha-ha! Love it! Love it! Ha-ha! Look, 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 look. Look. This is why I double down and triple down, because you see things. Your value is restored. It comes back. You understand it. And what else is here? The beautiful Sun card. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I hope you're seeing this. Sun card, Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins came in duplicate. That's when it's returning. So, yeah, you need to elf on the shelf until about the second week of January. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why, but that's what I'm getting. I know that was a little bit more than a mini, but I do get nosy. I know. So there you have it. That's what I have for you. And that was perfectly, perfectly good. I think that if you don't wait for a little bit longer, you're going to encounter the pages. And I think you want at least somebody on the same level as you. When you're coming in as Queen of Coins, you need somebody that's going to value your time, show you the respect, not take you for granted. They're going to toast their time with you. They're going to lift a glass to you. They're going to celebrate your presence. And if they aren't, then you don't need to waste your time on them at all. If they can't figure it out, if they can't figure out how to play smart in your arena, they need to get out of your arena. That's what I got. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, Vika, it looks like that somebody's going to come in that's going to be like a teaser somebody. I don't know how to put that nicely, but a teaser somebody. Maybe somebody entertaining, amusing, but I wouldn't take them all that serious. If you spend too much time with them, you could get down the wrong track. So I wouldn't take them serious. I'd wait for the grown-up person or the wiser person that is better suited to you. So Mr. Good Enough or Mr. Right Now isn't Mr. Right Enough or Mr. Right. And we all have lots of people that could be really good for us and good fits with us, but that's what I'm getting. So that's what I got. All right. That was Vika's read, guys. Let me get a little water because I was coughing there. And then I will let you guys know what I'm doing for the side. You got Ace of Cups for a year ahead, January. Yeah. You got to watch that. I mean, when you see the aces, it's very interesting how they come in. And this is like a big shift going on. I don't know what it's about, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, Krista's next on the list. I'm going to show you guys the sign if you haven't been in before. Hi. If you have been in before, lots of tarot cards and me. And Phil isn't here. Here's how you pay me. Here's how to get on the list. You just saw me do a read. We're going to do another mini for Krista. And we're going to go where spirit leads, she says. So, and if you have questions, you can ask Kim or Chad. They'll let you know. I think info's in the bio. So, spirit leads, and we are going to go wherever spirit leads me. Where are we going? We're going to the Enchanted Dreamer Tarot. Where's that one? Here it is. Hang on 1 second. Okay, we're going here. Spirit's leading me right here. The Enchanted Dreams Tarot. Or the Enchanted Dreamer. One of those. We're going in here first. I want to see what's going on with you. It feels like spiritual lessons are all over the place. These rings are crowding me today. Probably I had too much salt, you know. All right. Hang on. All right. So I want to make sure that's tipped down. And yes, it's still recording. So taking a look. Krista, what do you need to know? There's something about your throat chakra that's wanting cleared, and this is something you need to speak in the morning. I don't know if this is morning mirror work, affirmations, or something of that sort, but there's something that's coming through. You need to see yourself very clearly. Look yourself in the eye in the morning, in the mirror, when you're getting ready to go to work or go do whatever it is you're doing. Don't just slap on the lipstick and go without seeing yourself. Meet your soul in the mirror again. Look in the mirror, meet yourself, see yourself in the eye. Really important for you. You need to see yourself. It is such a huge, big deal to be human right now. It's such a privilege to be alive in this era of time. And we are caught up in the nitty gritty of the human experience. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. But before we got here, we were so excited to get here. So incredibly excited to get here. It was huge for us. And it's something that meet your soul in the eye and see every good thing about yourself. This is huge. This particular lifetime for you, you're doing a lot of breakthrough kind of work, and I'm not sure what that's about. We're going to get snoopy now and look at the cards and see if the cards have some other information for us, but this is what it feels like. It feels like things that have vexed you for lifetimes are now going to fade. A mourning, a loss, a sorrow. Oh, okay. This is what you're getting for the first couple decades of your life is this Five of Cups, this loss, the Seven of Swords. It feels like a loss and somebody took from you, somebody stole from you. You're learning a lesson in how to get over grieving, how to move through grief, how to forgive, and how to cover your ass at the same time. This is huge. The perspective of being martyr, the perspective of being willing sacrifice needs to shift. You can be sacrificed for so long, but then you have to come down or you die. This is how this goes. Think about the image of someone hanging upside down from the tree. They cannot do that forever and ever. Like, too much blood to the brain, not good. So this is what's going on. You need to shift something. There is a truth that needs spoken. Now, in this particular Seven of Swords, she's carrying all of them, baby. She's not leaving nothing behind for no one. And this is important for you. You have given enough. You have shared enough, but you've left something behind. Go back when you see your soul in the mirror. Go back when you find yourself critical of self or kind of sabotaging self, hard on self. Let that shit go. Let it go. It is time for you to move forward. Shift your perspective about how you see what you're supposed to be doing here on the planet. Because we don't just have one purpose, and it certainly isn't a success by somebody else's measure. It needs to be by our own measure. So your success is not going to equate to what somebody told you it looks like. It's going to be different. And it certainly is going to look quite a bit different in the next year. Let's see what else is going on. It feels like you were in a pretzel knot, tied into a pretzel knot before. And even to some extent, up to maybe the first 2 decades of your life, it feels like you have been stuffed in this little box, tied in a pretzel knot, conform, do what other people teach you to do, play nice, but that just doesn't suit and doesn't work for you. And it's like, the clock is standing out on here. You know when Cinderella's clock goes bong, 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 and she has to leave the ball? She has to leave. It's time. The clock is chiming. The clock is bong, bong, bong. It's time. It really is time for a shift now. The cover your ass lesson has to be stronger than the grieving lesson. You can't be unhappy enough that it makes somebody else feel happy. Six of Pentacles. The universe is trying to give to you in a big, big way. Watch for anybody with strong Libra influences coming through. The universe is trying to balance the scales and give you the gift. And there's a discernment coming in. Again, that clock is so loud. It's loud through the whole year. Watch for the 12th. Sometimes I'll get dates where you're like following the moon and if the full moon is the big deal, the full moon is the big deal. I'm getting watch for the 12th. Watch for the 12th. The 12th of December, the 12th of January, 12th of March, 12th of June, and 12th of August. I don't know what that is. That's what I'm getting. Like that bong, bong. It's an integrity check that you should be doing with yourself and your soul. 10 of Cups. It's happy ever after +1, but you're going to have to check again and again. You're going to get gifted again and again. But you will have some people that will try and take you back into this old space, into that old box. You don't have to be in that box anymore. What else is coming up with this? Ace of Pentacles, the gift comes in June. I don't know what that's about, but that's what's coming in. June, huge monetary gift, huge reward. Expect that your finances will improve in June. I don't know what that's about, but that's what's coming through. Knight of Cups coming through prior to June. Now, this is when you're riding the horse for yourself. This is starting in February. You're going to get an idea of it. You're going to be kind of bad at it. It's like if you're the one riding the horse, if you're the knight riding the horse, questing for the grail, it's like you can get thrown off the horse a little bit. Get back on. Get back on right away. This is happening in February. You're not going to have this mastered till March or April. So thine own self be true, motherfucker. That's coming huge. Judgment card, second chance. This is healing. This is being a huge amount of integrity to yourself and answering the call. Now, I want to go into the second deck and see if any of these are repeats or what else is going on, because this is your spiritual curriculum right here. I want to go more towards your day-to-day curriculum and daily grind. It feels like wherever spirit leads me, this is where it's leading me. So let's just see what's going on. February is your birthday month. Got it. Got it. Yeah. If you're thrown for a loop, it's time for you to be questing for the grail for yourself, and you're really meant to be your own hero. In the spiritual sense, you ride the hero horse for yourself, not for everybody else anymore. All right. Now, the daily round. What do we got between now? And why not go towards your birthday? Why not? In the daily round, what do we got? The nitty gritty. What's going on? Okay. All right. Woo! Okay. Look what's making me so happy. Look at this. Look at this. Rainbow energy. Huge, 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 huge. Huge. So you've got the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, and we're asking towards the birthday. It's going to be increased to the 10 of Cups after the birthday, but it's everything your wish is. This is considered the wish card. This is old school way of reading it, but this is considered the wish card. There's so much satisfaction by then. I love this, love this, love this for you. Now I'm going to show you what else I'm seeing. I'm seeing the Sun, I'm seeing the High Priestess, and I'm seeing the King of Wands. This is you having abundance, having everything revealed, having a lot of light and growth on everything, and also having the mysteries come open to you. This is huge, huge, huge. Then we've got the King of Wands. It's this huge, huge card of leading, leadership, taking the lead, and inspiration. You need to be getting excited about what it is you want to take on for this next year. And even before your birthday, what are you excited about? What really lights you up again? Don't lose hope because this last year has been difficult. Don't lose hope because things have been hard. Live outside that box. Live braver, bolder, more authentically you. You're answering this call spiritually all throughout, but authentically you, as big as you can. This is a bold way to do it. It's important. 4 of Cups. You're going to be a little timid and shy in December and a little bit of January. It's time to let that shit go. And it's like, you're not going to want to. It's time to let that shit go. You're not going to want to. That clock is bong, bong, bong. Time to let this shit go. You can't refuse it anymore. You can't cop out. You can't play small. You can't sell yourself short. You can't compromise too much for somebody else. No. You have to grow into it. 2 of Pentacles. You are readjusting. And this one feels like the juggler, and it feels like something has switched places. It doesn't even feel like just juggling and juggling and juggling. It doesn't feel like the financial aspect. It feels like something has switched places. The reference that I would give you, the point of reference would be the eclipse point when something goes across and then switches. Or if you have the 2 ships in the night and they cross paths, they switch places. This can be you're going a different direction than you thought you were going, and now you're entering this new direction and it's better for you. You're switching places. You're switching out the role. The 9 of Cups is here. High Priestess is here, number 2. You're switching places. You're switching places. What else is going on? The environment around you needs to be shifted and changed. Yes, okay, reference, yes, okay. Mo is telling me, and Mo is one of my guides, and she's always passing the Post-its, and she's doing trading places. You're trading places. And she's wanting to have me have the trading spaces reference where they switch houses and redo each other's houses, switch the environment. You're switching the environment. Mo is telling me you're switching your environment up. Yes, she crossed out places. She's put spaces. She knows, I know. I got it. Okay. It needs to look differently around you. The surroundings need to be a little less, and she's writing Spartan, less Spartan. She's irritated with this. It's okay to be a little bit luxury for yourself. It's okay to give yourself a little bit more. Quit depriving yourself. Quit doing it lean, or doing it from a space of lack. Spartan. She doesn't like that Spartan thing at all. She's showing me Spartan. Hang on. And there's leaves coming in. This is luck. So this is like Nine of Coins energy, where there's lushness around the arbor. It's all these coins popping, 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 and you send out the hawk on occasion. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the Nine of Coins is independent, sitting pretty, and taking yourself seriously and spoiling yourself to some degree. This is important for you to really commit to yourself in this regard. Yes, to commit to your own luxury. Huge, huge, huge. The Emperor, own your own kingdom, set up new rules. This is huge for you. Owning your own kingdom, setting up your own rules. Don't be rigid. Set this up for yourself. Set up a structure that works for you and commit to it. And no, you can't chicken shit about it. You can't be refusing it. It won't let you. The clock will just get louder and louder and louder. The time has already come. The time is here now. And you are really, really ready to do this. Anything else? You have a choice at the crossroads in the second month. You're going to have a choice in February coming up. You're getting 2 and 2. You know how sometimes you go to the club or you go get a drink and you get 7s and 7s? Or people even say it's 6s and 7s and things are at odds. You're getting the 2 and the 2. You're getting a choice at the crossroads and what needs to be switched. You'll know. You'll know by your birthday. You will feel discomfort until then. Not so much that it feels like resentment or anything like that, but discomfort. Something will get progressively less satisfying, which isn't fun to tell somebody right before the holidays, but it's a good thing because you're going to get progressively clear about what you don't want and progressively clear about what is more attractive to you, okay? Absolutely. Woo-hoo! Absolutely. High Priestess in the house. Big time clear. Big time, big time, big time, big time. You watch for your birthday. You're going to have another chapter of High Priestess year coming on. Now, if you haven't heard me reference High Priestess year, High Priestess year is when you have about 18 months, so it's about a year and a half of where your spiritual gifts and downloads are just boom, 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 popping, popping, popping. And it feels like beyond your birthday, there will come a recognition and you're getting double High Priestess. And it's like you're going to be showered with gifts. Showered with gifts. Clearly, clearly, clearly. You're taking the lead. This one is the closest to the Emperor. And you have the Emperor here. You're taking the bull by the horns. You're taking control of your own life and your own destiny and moving forward on there. That's what I've got for you. That's complete. Chad said something and I missed it. I don't know what that was, but yeah. Oh, just let Kim know if you're booking a read. Yeah. But that's what I've got. That feels very, very complete. Yeah. Yeah. I really want to know what that gift is. I don't think I'm meant to know just yet. I'll give you just this as basic good advice. Besides just doing your regular meditation or whatever it is that's your spiritual practice, put a notebook by your bed. If I haven't told you this before, then start doing it. If I have told it before, then really do it. You need to pay attention to what's going on in your dreams. And you might be getting symbols that make no sense. It might feel like all the crazy closets of the dream monsters are out there. In one, you might be doing a superhero role. In one, you might be ice skating. In one, you might be taking care of other people's kids. In one, you might be answering phones all day. In one, you might be looking for the restroom. Who knows? Just write down the visual image as the hit and see if you can do it as just a snapshot picture. Yeah, yeah. Like this is how you're supposed to be doing, okay? This is your homework assignment between now and your birthday. And do it as consistently as you can. I know it's holiday time and whatnot, but you have your notebook paper, slice it down the middle. It feels like 3. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 8 sections, right? So this is a snapshot little section. So here you might have ice skating dream. Here you might have, I don't know, can't find the locker that you had in high school. I don't know. Each little snapshot, just describe quick snapshot. It should be 3 or 4 words, maybe 2 sentences tops. It's not long. It's just enough. If you can draw, whatever, if your dream is full of ducks and you want to draw ducks, do it. You'll know what it is. But that's what's coming through. To start doing the homework in that way, you're leaving yourself picture clues for what's coming up in February. That's what I'm getting. All right. That's what I got, sweetie. That's fabulous. I love that for you. I love, love, love it for you. That's beautiful. So that's what I've got there. Okay. The list is clear right now. So Baxter, if you want to get on, it is a great time to do it. I think that this may have changed since last time I saw you, but the Feisty Butterfly is the Cash App, THE, $THE, Feisty Butterfly. Venmo is at a Feisty Butterfly, and PayPal is afeistybutterfly@gmail.com. And that's the one, I think PayPal is the one where my husband Phil, his name shows up, so don't let it worry you if it comes up. That's what's going on. That's awesome. Thank you so much. You are so welcome, honey. So welcome. I'm super stoked for you. That is way exciting. And when you see double high priestesses, this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. I mean, look at this. Beautiful. And this is, I think, the Enchanted Dreams is what it is. So yeah, and it's by, I think, Yasmin somebody is the name that is the author or artist of this deck. So yeah, it's great. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, let me get some water and we'll see what's going on. Yeah, it's definitely a gorgeous one. And if it isn't your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. But find one that you like if you're into tarot at all, because there will be a lot of information coming through. You'd be amazed how much you can learn. And it's like never-endingly fun. I mean, look at the fun. It's so much fun. Look back there. It's a lot of fun. Have the guides put up their Yule decorations yet? Not that I know of. I haven't even asked, but not that I know of. Let me look. No, not yet. In fact, Gogs is kind of cranky about things, and he's still out by the fireplace. There is something that is by the window, something by the window that he's looking back and checking on a window. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's expecting Mrs. Gogs to do something if there's something going on there, but I haven't seen that. You're doing tarot every day? Good, good. And if you get it and, like, say you draw this card and it doesn't make sense to you on that specific day, don't be surprised if within a couple of days it makes perfect sense, or within a configuration of cards. It's yeah. But yeah, what about Nell? Nell doesn't have what you would consider as Yule decorations, but she is like got a squirrel with her and a bunch of nuts, and she's doing nuts and squirrels. What are you doing? She's doing a bunch of nuts and squirrels. So I'm not sure what that's about, but that's what's going on. 1 second, Nell. Oh, okay. She's reminding me. She's reminding me when my kids were younger, I childproofed my Christmas tree, and I spray painted a bunch of walnuts gold and then put like red ribbon on them because I wanted it childproof. It was like a cheap little Christmas tree. Really, really, that was like when I was way young, before my kids were even here. There's something about this making it, the magic of children needs to come through, and it doesn't have to be super, super spendy. And there's something about, yeah, this might seem nuts. She likes that word. She likes the craziness of it. She likes silliness. This might seem nuts. It needs to be a little more nuts in the silly kind of way. That's what I'm getting. That's where the gold is. That's where the gold is. All right. So Baxter is next for blind. Okay, you got it. Baxter. 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right. So we've got the Enchanted Forest Oracle cards. We've got, I think it's the Chakra Wisdom. And then we've also got the Angels and Ancestors. So we're going to take a look at all of those for you. So give me just a second. So we're going for the blind for Baxter. Let's see what's going on. Okay. There's something about the lesson of selectivity. I don't even think that's connectivity I've heard of, but selectivity. Okay. Being very, very selective that's coming through. Being choosy, being persnickety, peculiar, particular about things. Being choosy. That's something that's important for you right now. We've got the Badger. We've got the Angel Monolith, Ancient Monolith, and Sacred Oak. The Badger says persist with determination, resilience, even in the face of adversity. So you've got the energy of the Badger coming through. You need to be choosy. If somebody's getting badgered on the stand in the Perry Mason dramas or in, Matlock or something like that, they're getting badgered. The question is coming. The Badger is going to be digging for information, choosing until he gets what needs to be gotten. This is important. The persistence needs to be done, but the choosiness in the persistence needs to be done. That's huge for you. All right, and particularly is okay. It's like when you have artistic license coming through, and you make a mistake and you think, oh, I'll leave that and call it artistic license and keep going with it, and it's like, yeah, no, that's wrong. And you either paint over it or erase it, or you go on again and start again, and it's better to start again. Don't let it get off the track too much. If it's going off the track too much, no, it needs to rein back into the thing that you saw in your mind's eye in the first place. You need to be persnickety and particular. Ancient monolith. Stand tall and protect what is precious to you. Again, what the goal is that you're seeing that you need to have it. And it needs to make sense and be something that is resonant with you, that lines everything up, not just aligned a little bit or aligned a little bit. If one of the chakras feels out of whack about it, get it in alignment again. Sacred oak is coming through. It says, embrace your inner strength and resilience. Yeah, you're going to have to adjust. It's not so much try again, but you're going to have to adjust and then readjust. Calibrate and then recalibrate. Fine tune is what I'm getting. Very much fine tune. Yes. When a violin cries, when the music of the violin cries, it has that extra sadness in there. It has the shift in the pitch intentionally so. And it can be piercing to the heart, and it can be healing as well. And this is what you're fine-tuning the alignment about. When you fine-tune the alignment that much, then the subtlety of that alignment matters a huge way. Huge way. Now let's see what's going on. Why are we getting the violin again? There is something so sad in a violin song for you. There is sad and ancient song. I'm getting a few different musical references for you, and I don't know if they are going to be helpful or not, but I would maybe hit the YouTube and check them out. So I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting a violin of Ave Maria, something like that, that's coming through. It's almost as pretty and sacred and a little bit churchy like that. That's coming through. Enya's coming through with, I think it's Ornco or something like that. And then there's one called Walking in the Air. Those are all kind of angelic realm. And there's this angelic realm. And then there is this crying sound that comes from the violin when it's played so beautifully. And it's simple. It's played simply. It's something that's this is an old sound. This violin that keeps coming in. It's not intrusive to you. You will hear it and recognize. When the violin plays and the bow goes across that and that cry is there, there's a moment of release. And it is as if there's something cathartic. Look for that to be happening. I don't know where else I can describe that might be found. Those are the 3 quick references that come to my mind, but my musical array might not be the same as yours, but it feels like something that is old, almost classic in the feel of it. And it's a movement, and it could be in the musical terms also, in the movement of a music, like a key change or a musical movement of a certain thing. Yeah, look for that. Look for something classical in the violin. I don't know what that's about, but look at the card that came up next, bittersweet. This is what's happening. This is why there's a relief. This is huge. This is something that's very, very healing. And look, this is inhabited by the feminine energies. Huge. It might be bigger than just the mother wound. It might be bigger than just forgiveness. There might be something that's just really, really healing that needs released. That's what's coming up here. Oh, that darn puzzle. Hang on. TikTok wants me to do that puzzle piece. Hang on. I'm trying to slide it. All right. So the next one's that's coming through. And this is the blue. This is here. You need to speak your truth and honor your truth. After you hear this, after you know what this is going on, you need to speak your truth and honor it. Because otherwise, if you're just getting choked up and you're not letting it go, it just stays stuck and it doesn't help. It doesn't serve. Okay. The grandmother's energy is coming in right now, and it's very much like the grandmother's worldwide iconic archetype of the grandmothers. Listen, child, it's time for you to grow. Let that go. You have forgotten a little bit of who you were meant to be. Listen, child, it's time to let that go. You have forgotten who you were meant to be. It's time for you to move forward. It's going to be okay. There, child. Don't worry. It's okay. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, real comforting. You're saying sounds good. You're dating a guy and trying to decide where it's going. You might not need to know just yet. Listen to your heart. Listen to what's aligning you. There's grief coming up. Let things unfold a little bit more. Don't make the decision right away just yet. Certainly, I wouldn't make the decision before anything to do with, like, I'd wait till December 17th. Because you can play the field. You can let things unfold. You don't have to rush anything. There's no hurry, child. There's no hurry. Take your time. You're young. Take your time. No need to rush. That grandmother energy is coming in so strong. We're going to move to the angels and ancestors. That's coming in. No need to rush. Let the dough rise. She's showing me the process of making bread, where you've made the bread and then you put the towel over the top of the dough and you let it rise. You have to be patient. Come this way. Do you see what happens in the bowl? Do you see? Yes. Okay. Stay in there. She's showing, okay, it's the big silver spaghetti bowl where you're putting the water, the yeast, and the sugar. You need the pinch of sugar. Not too much. Just a pinch of sugar. Just a pinch of sugar. You don't need all the sweet all at once if you want the bread. The bread, yes. It's almost coming too fast. She's showing me you making bread. You're with her making the bread. The sugar does not need to be so heavy. It's like a young child going in and putting like cups and cups in the bread dough. You don't need to do that. I see your comment, not so young, 47. She says you're young. Not so old. You're young. From her perspective, from her point of view, we need to let some of our previous conditioning off of there. You're not so old. You're young. 47 is young. Okay, why is the bread important for her? You got to let the dough rise. You got to make the dough. You got to bake the bread. You you have to let it rise and let it grow, and then you'll like it because the honey will make it like cake. So if you put honey on that homemade bread, it tastes better than cake. It's like that. You need to take your time with it. You're still quite young, very young. You used to bake bread with your grandma. Yeah, that analogy is coming in strong from the grandmother archetype, big time. Then you get the cake. Yeah. I think don't be so hard on your young self is a huge thing. What else is coming through with the angels and ancestors for you? The Knight and the Shield Maiden. Oh, sweetie. We've got the Knight coming in and the Shield Maiden. This is exactly what you're looking for in relation. You want somebody brave to match your own bravery going forward. The marks on you are important to know. The marks, the tracks that you make, and your marks, you will be seen. You will be understood and seen. As you are for what's going on now, don't worry about what you think might be shortcomings or what might have been bittersweet in the past. Anything else? Wow, I love this. The Knight and the Shield Maiden coming together. I don't know if I've seen that come out that way before. Gorgeous. What else is coming up? She's going back to that damn bread bowl. What is this about? The honey too needs warmed, is what I'm getting. You've got to warm up the honey. If the honey gets old, if the sweet gets old, if there's too much bitter in the sweet, it's not so good. If the honey gets too old, it gets hard and you have to like stick it in the microwave to warm it to make it soft again. There's a part of you that needs to soften. Your shield's down. The shield needs to go down. Your guardedness needs to go down. It doesn't mean your discernment, your guardedness. The Shield Maiden needs to be allowed to be the maiden, not just about the shield. It means you need to not have to battle so much. An arrow is definitely about finding the true north, finding your compass again, surrounding yourself with protective energy. I would ask your grandmother, if I were you, I would ask your grandmother's energy to be more present with you. I would allow yourself to take this lesson of the bread baking and the baking, and it takes time, and it has to rise, and then you have to bake it. Then you have to let it cool. Then you have to slice it. Then you have to get the warm honey on it. But this is how good it's going to get. The Knight says, be brave and honest. And the Shield Maiden says, it says, make plans and focus. So this is what's coming. Coming out of the narcissistic marriage 3 years ago and finally healed to date again. Yeah. And if something seems a little screwy or off, if your inner alignment says, no, that's off. It's off. That's enough. So let your discernment and let your wisdom and let the lessons that you've learned from the past serve you well. You won't fall for the love bombing. You won't fall for the nonsense. You won't fall for the over sugaring of a thing. It's a process. You know it's a process. It's going to be quite good. Anything else? Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's more work. It's slower. Enjoy it. And she's showing me the sliced bread, and she's tossing it almost like in a frisbee fashion. She doesn't value our modern bread that we buy from the grocery store that's just slice, slice, slice. She's showing me tossing that aside because it's old school that takes time that you want. That's what I'm getting. The sliced bread, it doesn't have the value. It's not the same thing at all as homemade bread that takes time. It's not the same thing at all. That's what I've got. That's complete. Yeah, that's complete. So that's what I got for you. That's beautiful. Yeah, the ancient monolith. What is the ancient way, the old way, the forgotten way that builds and comes big and comes tall? I should have gotten that sooner, but yeah, that's what it is. If you're wanting to raise something big, you want to raise something big. Okay, Vika for a full. She's next. So let's see what's going on. Just 1 second. And I'll put these to the side and we will keep on going. All right, let me get these put aside and I'll move the tray, get a new tray, get some water. All right. Running out of space a little bit. That's okay. All right. Okay. Who are my spirit guides, angels, and helping in my life? Life, love, career, etc. Let me clarify. Are you asking who are your guides? Side note, never microwave honey, it ruins it. Hot water only. Yeah. Okay, I think I probably know that. But I think I probably microwave honey too much. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, one time my mom did a turkey in the microwave when they were brand new, like way back in the 70s. Holy cow, and they were like huge. They were huge. So okay, for Vika, all right, happy to do this, but you say, who are your spirit guides, angels, who are helping in your life? And then you have life, love, career. So are you wanting me to just look at what your spirit guides, who they are and what they're trying to do to help you in your life currently? Is that correct? Am I understanding that correctly? Kim, it would explode if you did that with the honey. Yeah, it probably would. Okay. All right. I'm getting that you want a full, but I'm also getting that I need to go to the Beyond Lemuria cards. So I'm going to pull those oracle cards for you. Just give me 1 second. Hang on. We're going to do a blended read. Where are those? Oh, there they are. Okay. And we're going to go into the Calendra Tarot to see what's going on for the spirit guides here. Oh, yes, okay. We're going into Lucy's deck also. Yeah. Okay. So this is where we're going. Okay. All right. So Vika is next. We need to go to the Lemurian cards first, so I'm just going to lean this down and we're going to see what's going on. So, all right. So what does Vika need to know from her spirit's guide? Who are they? What does she need to know? Why is the old teacher coming through? Okay. Keeper of the Flame, Realm Bridger, Vulnerability. What else do we got here? This is the wise teacher as a young child. This is somebody that operates like Nell, that is very elemental in what she does. Oh, She of the Lotus comes in. All right, this is what we're getting. We're starting here, and then we're going to go in a little bit deeper. But what we're getting right here is the crown chakra, the unlimited self, and I got the words Keeper of the Flame. What I'm getting from this is that something about your guide is somebody that would tend to a fire, somebody that is experienced in it. Now, we've talked about my guide Gogs that often tends to the fire. This is somebody that would be more of an elemental doing this. She might be even more of the fire spirit type of elemental. Not all Lemurian energy is to do with water or to do with astral. This has a lot to do with the fire energy coming through very, very strongly. And then you have She of the Lotus. It takes a while to bring her in, the starseed elemental. And like Nell will sometimes show up young and then sometimes show up in her older age. You might see her in both forms as you're getting to know her. She's coming through older right now. She thinks that you understand the term as teacher, as the old wise teacher, as somebody older, but you would also learn this from her child self if you were to see both. This is a fire elemental that inhabits both of those energies quite well. And then you've got something about the bridge that was the Realm Bridger. Now, when I've seen Nell, and she is referencing Nell, when I've seen Nell, she's done like diving off of a cliff, and as she dives into the water, she'll shapeshift and shapeshift and shapeshift. I've seen her do this through ages. I've seen her do this through different energies and different representations. This one would do this with fire. There's definitely a connection to the dragon energy coming through here. This is Starseed, Dragon Energy, and She of the Lotus. She's very, very wise. Very, very wise, wise, wise. She wants you to understand the value of a burnt wood. And this is like when a grove is burnt down, when we have seen fires ravage different places, whether it's in Australia or in California, it doesn't matter. The understanding of the weeping that goes on with that, and then how the soil must be nourished again. There's something about that that is wisdom for you to learn about and learn why that's important. There's a vulnerability that comes after that. There's new seeds that need to be planted, and the starseed elemental, Keeper of the Flame here, Keeper of the Flame here. If you look in these images here, you've got the prismatic flame going here. Then you've got the super bold colors of flame here, a starseed elemental. If you are to be Keeper of the Flame, you do more than tend the fires. You also have the torch, and you are meant to be torch bearer, way shower type of energy coming through. It feels like, I don't know what this is about, but I'm getting Kalani Nona. I don't know what that's about. To me, that sounds like two names, but I don't know if that's right. But Kalani Nona. It sounds like that's the names. The name or names, Kalani Nona. One name. One name. Nona is how she goes older. Kalani Nona. Something like that. This is what her name comes through in my ear. You might hear it differently. This is what's coming through. All right, let's look in the tarot about what it is that you're trying to learn. I'm going to move these cards up towards the front of the desk, and then I'm going to break into this and this. Now, this is Lucy's cards, and Lucy is one of my guides that I connect with Lemuria and Lucy and Starseed energy. And this deck is definitely Lucy's deck, and it's the Mind's Eye Tarot. I got two of it like right off the jump. Okay, Lucy, help me out on this. What do her guides need her to know? The name. Also see the age, the wisdom, something turn on its side. The way you view things, the lens is turning on its side, okay? Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay, all right. So something about the way the lens is turning on its side. Now, if you look in this one, the Starseed Elemental, this is why you're seeing her in two ages, because you're going to see two examples of her teaching you the same lesson. She'll teach you the lesson as a child. She'll teach you the lesson as a wise one. Look at it here. Here's the two again, and look right above the third eye again. There it is in the Mind's Eye. We've got Kalani Nona, shift to shift. Okay, what are we shifting here? Do the shift, move it round. You're moving like this. This needs to be understood and known. It's not just about balancing. It's not scales balancing. It's moving through that whole lemniscate flow. This is how you find the flow. Move it round, move it round. Ellipse, 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 elongate, ellipse. What I'm getting here is very weird, but this is what I'm getting. So understand these gestures. I'm going to try and show you. I'm scooting back so I can show you. It's like you're doing this, but it's not juggling balls. It's like shifting the flow, so you're getting the figure eight. You can feel the weight, feel the something balance, shifting the flow, then ellipse, ellipse. You're shifting it from like what would be a round circle to the elongated shape to an elongated circle. So the light circle is shifting to the elongated. Yes, yes, doing it. That's very sciencey. Like an atom and a nucleus and all of those shapes that go around. I don't know how to describe it any better than that. But this is what it is. It's the center issue, the center crux of the situation. Then these ellipsed type of circles around the shape of an atom. This is something when you go into this, expand. Yeah, okay, she's showing me, it doesn't help. She's showing me a child's toy that's a little plastic ball that expands and gets big. So if you do this balancing the flow, right? You do this, then you do the ellipse thing, and it creates what would be a protective circle, a circle of light, a sacred space for you, and you expand it big around you. Yes, yes. It helps you overcome grieving. It helps you overcome loss. It helps you put yourself into a more receptive space and let go of whatever has happened before. Now, if you look at this, you see the chariot, and this has like the two eyes. And I told you about the eye being sideways here in this one, right? You have here in the Mind's Eye Tarot, two eyes, two different things to focus on, two different ages. If you have the chariot, you see a horse this way, horse this way. You need to bring them together. It's why this motion has to be, right? Balancing, and then this motion that gets you back in the flow, that gets you back into this. Here's the old teacher. Here she is again, realm bridger. You'll see her old first. Then you'll see the young, Kalani Nona. Think about the grandmother's energy that we had in the previous reading. Think about the wise old crone energy that would keep the flame, keep the fire. She would be out of town, maybe in her own little place. Think about the archetype of Baba Yaga, Hecate, Sophia. Even Mary Magdalene would have this, keeping the flame. The women that tend to the sacred things that are very personal, very individual. Queen of Cups. And there needs to be a letting go. And this is the one that grieves the love lost. This is grieving a lost time, a lost period of time. To allow new to come and enter in. There's something about holding the staff, holding the light. Again, the fire keeper, keeper of the flame. It's important for you. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Anything else? I feel like there's only 3 in here. Knight of Wands, keeper of the flame. This is to do with your youth, your age. This is your age right now. And I'm getting knight, and then it goes to king. There's something, you're in the position of knight now. This is the king sitting there. You need to be more active like the knight. What's up with that? There's a commitment made. Again, the Ace of Wands is coming up here. There's a commitment made. You've taken this role from someone else. Somebody, the keeper of the flame can be masculine or feminine, whoever is keeping this particular flame. If you think of the Olympics and whoever is holding the torch and bringing the torch forward for the Olympics that we celebrate here on Earth, they're passing the baton, right? Keeper of the flame knew that you had the energy of the knight, even though you are in the feminine in this particular role that we're in right now. And even though this guide is coming through as the Kalani Nona, it doesn't matter. It's more about the role that you're filling as the keeper of the flame and the bridger of worlds. This has been passed. You have taken it. It's very, very sacred calling to keep inspiration's fire lit for humanity, for mankind, for womankind, for humanity. It's very important right now that those of us that are called to hold the light and hold the flame, do so. And it's about tending to the fire of your spirit, of your soul, a lot. And this helps inspire and helps create light for others. Very strong, strong matriarch energy, yes. Very strong, strong, lots of fire, yes. This is something that you cannot let get doused. Treat it as sacred responsibility, just as if you were somebody that is carrying the Olympic torch. That's what they're giving me over and over. This one's time has passed. The death and transformation is a transformative sacred duty, responsibility. A butterfly doesn't get wings only to walk around the sidewalk and the cement and the tree. A butterfly gets wings because they're meant to fly. This is the sacred responsibility. It's passed through time. I want one more because I'm not quite clear on this. And you've heard everything I could possibly say on death and butterflies. It's a protected thing. It's a guarded and protected, and there will be a sense of enoughness coming in. Now, this can be read as the miser and worried about lack, and that's not the thing for you to worry about right now. Understand that you are meant to guard. It's the guarding position right there that's important right now. It's the guarding of the flame and letting yourself be vulnerable at the same time. If you open up, but you have guarded what is your priority, you will be vulnerable in the right places and spaces, and there's that dragon energy coming in. Huge, huge, huge. Anything else? Back to Lucy's deck. Same deck from Lucy's deck. Same deck, second deck from Lucy's deck. Okay. You're meant to amplify. You're meant to do a little bit of a double thing. I'm getting more than a single mission here, dual mission going on, but you're meant to amplify. You've had this period of time where you felt less than, out in the cold, separated, lack, and loss. Now is the time to raise up it's showing swords here, but it's the torch that you have to raise up. And you amplify and double something here. This is something that's breakthrough energy. When you go from the 5 of Pentacles to the 10, you're going from feeling down and out in the cold to legacy breaker to richly inherited wealth and abundance. And this is generational breakthrough that's coming through for you. And the 3 of Wands, they've waited a long time. This is them waiting for you. This is previous generations waiting for you to come forward and do this. This is usually the person waiting for the ships to come in. I don't see this as you. I see you as the ship that's coming towards them. They've been waiting for you. Lucy's asking me to emphasize that about with the ship. Okay, what is it? You're on their horizon line. You're on their horizon line. They can see you in the distance. This is something you see in the distance too. If you are on board the ship, you look towards the land. All you see is the land. You're not quite sure what you're bridging. You're not quite sure what emotions you're going through. You're not quite sure that you can even catch the current. You are in the current. You are in the flow. The land that you see is the land that you should go towards. This is generational breakthrough. This is huge for you. You are meant to go to that land. Look a little closer. Do you not see it? Do you not see the light? It's yes, yes, yes. Okay. I've got the reference. Think about the White Cliffs in England. The White Cliffs, I don't know if it's Dover, but I think it is. Those White Cliffs. Think about if you're the ship sailing towards those big white cliffs, and on the top of them, somebody has this flame and fire lit. That's where you're headed towards. That's where you meet. That Kalani Nona waits for you there. Yes, that's complete. So that's what I've got. So I think that I got I'm not sure if it's Dover, but it seems like the White Cliffs of Dover or Wales or something like that would be a geographical reference that you would know the look. You would know the ships coming into that area, and you would know on the high cliffs up there would be where you would meet your guide, and this is where you're supposed to start with her. That's what I've got. That's wild, but that's what's come through. That's complete. Holy cow. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Yeah, that's what I've got. And it is like very much like the baton has been passed. The torch has been passed. It is now yours. Very much yours. Yeah. The starseed elemental, the dragon energy, huge, huge. Yeah. That's what I've got. You are welcome, honey. You are so, so welcome. That was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. I love, love, love that for you. And this is the Beyond Lemuria deck This one is a great one. They make it in a mini and it has like quick explanations on the back. I have it in the mini somewhere around here. But the big one has the guidebook, so depending on your preference, this is a good one, and I would definitely recommend that to you specifically. And I wouldn't recommend it to everyone because it seems to come to those in the timely that they need, and not everyone's going to get it or think that it's great. But this one, for you, I would recommend is a great one. So that's what I'd recommend. And this was the Calandra Tarot and the Mind's Eye Tarot, which is Lucy's, one of her favorite decks. She has an appreciation for this one. So yeah, that's what's coming through. And the fact that you'll see her, like the reference to Nell is very much like a water elemental type person, I don't know, fairy, sprite, whatever, being that is one of my guides, but it's Lucy that wanted to come in stronger for this. So lots of references that landed. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was amazing. Thanks so much. You are so welcome. So welcome. Hopefully that helps. My goodness. Okay. All right, let me get some water. We'll see if there's anything else. And if not, then I might take a break and then I'll just be back on Monday. So Kim, let me know if somebody's on the list because I don't want anybody not getting their reading tonight, but I realize that it's getting later. Meditate on those hills. Yeah. Holy cow. Clear as far as you know. Okay, then maybe we will do a collective is what I think we'll do. Give me just a second. We're going to the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot for a collective read. So that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot for the collective read. There's something inked on the souls of many of us. And those of us here tonight will hear this. Something that is inked on the souls, as clear as a tattoo would be. Inked on the souls, inked on the strands of the DNA, inked on our blueprint, so to speak. The High Priestess holds the blueprint for our life often. This is something that inked on us, like as far as the soul contracts would go. Okay, all right. Let's see what's coming through. Mo is putting forth an old quill and pen, kind of quill pen and ink bottle, old school. You're telling Gogs to put up the tree? I'll have to see what Gogs does with that this weekend. I'll have to spend some time one-on-one with Gogs and see what's going on with that. All right. I see what you say about stop waiting on someone else. And he gets very gruff about that. He's a little bit chauvinistic in some regards. I think he views that the Yule celebration, in modern times, it would be like somebody saying, it's my job to chop it down and she puts it up. Something like that. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that was the chauvinistic, like, humph, that was coming through on that. All right, back to the ink. 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. For the collective, what in the blueprint did we need to know for today? There's definitely something about leaving something behind. We need to be clever. There is a message coming through that this is an inspired message, a fiery time. We need to be clever in what we say, clever in what we speak, and how we inspire right now. This is the beginning of something, also referencing the college student that goes to college and needs to be clever, needs to think more cleverly before they speak. Important. There's something about leaving behind. We're getting the 8 of Cups here, and then also the 5 of Swords. There's leaving the battlefield. Clever enough to have the wisdom of the message, but also have the peacefulness in our hearts. This is huge. It's asking for animosity to be a temperance card coming through. It's not on the table, but it's coming through. And the wings flutter. It's asking for us to be tempered in our responses to something. This is asking for us to leave 2024 behind, leave some of the volatility that has been in the overall energy behind. Let the sun warm something again, and let the soul contract be understood. You've got the sun coming through as warm as can be, and then you've got the lovers that are entangled in each other, whether they like it or not. They are entangled in each other. And it's about the choices. How, whether you realize or not, your choices are entangled and enmeshed in others. There are times when we feel like being pissy, being cranky, like letting our lower selves nanny boo-ha people. And there are times when people, they need to run into the brick wall and learn their lessons. You guys, you've seen the FAFO. You know what some of the FAFO has been about. Without getting too particular on this, sometimes we all have hard lessons to learn. So we learn our hard lessons. And when somebody else is learning a hard lesson, yeah, okay. Giving me the analogy when a baby is learning to walk and they land on their butt and they get back up again, the mom doesn't say, ha ha, too damn bad. No, the mom helps them get up, helps. The helping lift is important right now. Those that are wanting to leave some of this behind, some of this battlefield bullshit behind, because their heart longs for something different, longs for more truth, more abundance, and more committed choices, more connected choices. This is important for us right now, to be wise, not just verbal, to be very, very wise. It's legacy time. This is the time of the breakthrough moment. This is what's happening. This is going to be happening, and I'm getting something about 10 weeks. So we're getting a heads up in a way that's different, that other people might not get until the 9th week or the 10th week. But something about this legacy, this inheritance, this is where a lot of people are having breakthrough energies. And it doesn't come through as 10 days. It comes through as 10 weeks. We might have this like epiphany and great idea on how we're handling ourselves in relation to the collective, in connection with the collective. We might be like, yeah, this is how it's going to be. But it might be that other people are going to take time to catch up on this. They're going to take time to figure out the message. We have to deliver the message in a way that they get the message, they get the understanding without getting scolded. And this is something very interesting. We are being required to help lift. Not to our detriment, but when we can, we do. When we can help, when we can give, we do help, we do give. Not to our detriment. But we don't just let somebody else fall off their bike, or the little kid fall down and not go to help. Sometimes we see the best of humanity when there is a crisis, like somebody stuck in a car and everybody goes and lifts the car off of somebody. Sometimes we see the best in humanity coming forward when we see the worst situations happening. And it is reminding us to think about the legacy we want to leave behind. It's reminding us to engage that hero for others when the time is right, when it's appropriate to do so, and to be heroic. Allow our higher self to be present more, to be heroic. It doesn't just lift us, it helps lift others. And the hero doesn't come in until the need is there. So although sometimes our petty selves wants to be snipe and gripe and like they faffle, they find out, blah, 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 whatever. Our petty selves needs to be a little bit grow up. This is something that is difficult and unusual. This is something where people have heartache and heart hurts. Some people that have hurts won't speak to their hurt, but they need to have an extra measure of love given when it feels like that's a tricky thing. But because we are so deeply entangled, entwined, connected, and contracted to this, we have the choice of lifting others, and it's time to do. It's time to aid, assist, and lift. And this requires first this measure of love and this measure of lifting self first, then lifting others. Some people don't know how to get out of this mess without a little bit of help. So they won't get out of their habit, their pattern, their behavior, their non-sensory, their pettiness themselves without somebody else showing an extra measure of grace. You know in your hearts what is discerning what is best, and you know when you can help. You know when you should help. You know when to lean in, and you know when to lean back. Be very, very clear, and don't be leaning back out of the stubbornness of your own ego. Shine the light on something. This is big. This is, a lot of us have had dark night of the soul energy, and we've had to go for the higher lesson. So if you have the light, you need to shine it for others. That's complete. That's clear. I think that you guys got what I'm laying down on that. That feels very, very complete. That's what I've got tonight, guys. So I will see you probably on Monday. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Hey there, Jen. Hey, hey. I swear I saw Jen zap through. Maybe that was the scroll going by a little bit different. But thank you everyone for being here. And I will see you guys Monday at 11 is when I'll be on next. So I will see you then. Until then, have a fabulous, fabulous night. Happy new moon energy. Do something very good for yourself because it's so good to do. And you so deserve to have good things happen. Take care, everyone. Mwah. Bye.